It's been 3 years of transformative leadership as the supervising minister of the Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy. There have been moments that have looked very daunting. Sometimes it's been like flying a very convenient flag. From your point of view as minister, how has the journey been so far?
Interesting. I begin by expressing my gratitude to the Almighty for giving us the opportunity to serve our country in this capacity. Then to my principal, President Muhammadu Buhari, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, for the opportunity to serve my country. Today, as you said, is 3 years, though 3 years, 1 month and 1 day again. The journey has been a challenging one, and I am thankful for that, because any journey that is anticipated to be successful must be a challenging one. We have encountered many challenges, but yet we are able to address them effectively and take the sector to greater heights. As you all know, secondly, this office is an experience for me. The experience we have gathered at this level, there is no way you can get it somewhere else. One may spend 50 years, 60 years in the sector without gathering the experience. Your eyes every day see new things. Your ears hear many things. So this trip for 3 years, 1 month and 1 day has been a challenging one, but very successful indeed. If you look at all the indices, there is no any place where you will discover that yesterday was better than today. There is no place. So if you look at all the indices, broadband penetration, digital skills, contribution to gross domestic product, VAT, many more, in all the places you will see we are going higher and higher by the day.
You were appointed, I think, in August 2019, and
Yes.
by October, just about 3 months afterwards, you began your positive disruption of the ministry's mandate to encompass digital economy. What was your conviction?
Most probably the main reason why I settled down immediately, or let me say the main reasons, could be many. Number one, my background. This is my area. My Bachelor of Technology degree is in computer science. My MSc is in computer science. And I obtained another MBA in technology management. And also my PhD is in computer information systems. And from 2003 to date, at least 19 years, all my life is within ICT and the digital economy sector. Throughout my life is within this. So most probably that should be number one reason. Number two, when you are passionate about what you do, it is easier for you to settle down and hit the ground running. There is no doubt I'm so passionate about digital economy, and I'm also very passionate about my country, Nigeria. The third reason could be age advantage. And I discover that people that are energetic within our age bracket, with a little guidance and support, they will be able to make the difference. We work sometimes 18 hours daily. I can hardly sleep for 60 minutes in my life without stopping, replying to official mails, and I will go back to my bed if the need requires.
To a reasonable extent, be able to redefine the ministry, set new heights, and of course achievement. How proud are you with tech development generally in Nigeria? And is there anything you would have wished the industry to achieve even much more?
What is most important for ministers is to formulate policies for the sector to be successful. When I became a minister, I inherited only one national policy. And that one national policy was not even developed by the ministry, but was developed by the Korean government to support Nigeria. Today, we have 19 national policies, and all of them are being implemented. This has never happened in the history of Nigeria. 19 national policies, and all of them are being implemented. From National Digital Economy Policy and Strategy for a Digital Nigeria, roadmap for the implementation of National Digital Economy Policy and Strategy. For example, number 3, like Nigerian National Broadband Plan. Number 4, National Digital Innovation and Entrepreneurship Policy, which has been replaced now by Nigeria Startup Bill. Number 5, for example, National Policy for the Promotion of Indigenous Content in the Telecommunication Sector. Number 6, like National Policy on NIN and SIM registration. Number 7, like National Policy for Visa installation. Number 8, like National Policy for Virtual Engagement in the federal public institutions, among many others. And all of them are being implemented. My policy brought about the virtual Federal Executive Council in Nigeria during COVID-19. And it brought about even Council of State meeting, National Economic Council meeting, and today it has been institutionalized in Nigeria that virtual engagements are formal. They are no more informal. Any government institution can do virtual engagement, and they can formalize it with minutes and attendance and everything. But before it was not. You cannot present as an evidence that this is a formal discussion, but today it is. So this is among many others. Secondly, if you look at all the indices, we have reached the peak. Broadband penetration, we have reached the peak during this era. For example, NIN and SIM registration, in 13 years, the database we inherited was not up to 40 million in the true figures we obtained. In 13 years, from 2007 to 2020 October. But from October to today, that is 22nd September 2020, still 2022, still less than 2 years, we have increased almost 50 million. But we in less than 2 years, 50 million, but we inherited less than 40 in 13 years. And this with lack of funding. No any significant funding given to us. We are only driving it the way it was given to us. And we know digital ID is key, not only to security, to economic development, to education, to health, to whatever you do in your country, you need national ID. That is why there is no any responsible country in the whole world without making a national ID or any form of ID as mandatory, like social security number in the US, national insurance number, social security in the US, national insurance number in the UK, among many others. This is the peak. When it comes to remittance to government, look at what we have been remitting.
Yeah.
In certain areas, we increase revenue generation by over 500%. That is why government institutions that are lazy, they don't, if they want to generate revenue, they will come to our sector. That is why they are overtaxing the sector, and that is why we rejected the 5%, the proposed 5% excise duty, because there is no tax in agriculture. You are paying subsidy that cannot be justifiable, and you want to come and kill the only sector that has been very vibrant. The entire VAT collected in Nigeria in 2021, MTN alone, only MTN alone, contributed 13.5% to the entire VAT of Nigeria. Only MTN, not to talk of Airtel, Glo, 9 Mobile and others, not to talk of ICT companies, only MTN. Look at what we remitted to government recently through 5G spectrum auctioning. Initially, if it were true administrative assignment, it was proposed at 70 million USD per spectrum. I said no, go and let us go and auction it so that we encourage competition. From 70 million per spectrum, we did an auctioning openly on television. At the end, each one was over 250 million USD, from 70 million to 250 something million USD per spectrum. And we remitted the money to government all.
This is Digivation Network.
Please click to subscribe and drop your views in the comments section.